Ladies and gentle boys, it's your friend Mecha Broski, and I'm here with another 4chan Greentext video. I felt like an Italian waiter today searching through the vast selection of 4chan Greentexts that I believe will perfectly suit your flavor palette, and I hope that I've done a good job, because I like doing these videos a lot. They're a lot of fun to make, and people seem to enjoy them. So, if you've seen the previous video that I did reading 4chan green texts, you most likely know the play. I've been dredging through some pretty sad, funny, in a lot of cases quite disgusting stories, and I just hope that you really enjoy what I'm going to be putting up today, serving up. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it, ladies and gents. Be me. Around 9 years old. Dad loves hunting. Wants to take me. I don't like the idea of killing animals, but I also don't want my dad to think that I'm a little bitch, so I reluctantly go. Set the trap, put some scented food in it. Small doe comes up. I have my sights lined up and ready to pull the trigger. Feel instant regret even before killing the animal. Turns to my dad.
Dad, I'm sorry, but I really don't want to take this animal's life.
That's okay, son. Why don't you just keep setting up the traps? You're really good at it.
Continues to set up traps. We do this every couple of months for years. I set the traps, he takes the shots. Recently entered a trap settling contest in my local hunter union. Won. My face when I'm a masturbator. In college, studying for finals, haven't slept in days, surviving on energy drinks and ramen noodles. The day of the final exam arrives. Walk into the exam hall. I'm feeling confident. Look at the first question, it's easy. Start writing furiously. Total concentration. Suddenly, my pen runs out of ink. No problem, bought a spare. Fumble around in my bag, but can't find it anywhere. Panic sets in. Asks the guy next to me if he has a spare pen. He hands me one, but it's red. Screw it. I continue the exam. Finish the exam feeling pretty good about it. 1 week later, Professor's note. I specifically asked for blue or black ink, not red. Final grade, F. Now the reason why I chose to put this one in the video is because I genuinely have experienced something like this before. In Australia, when we have nat plan stuff, they specifically expect you to use 2B pencils. And I used the wrong kind of pencil and actually got my grade, deducted for doing that, and I thought that was really fucking stupid. I mean, not that my success rate was overly high to begin with, but yeah, no, I can feel that. That kind of sucks ass. Be me, loser anon. Welcome to the fucking club, man. I mean, you're not exactly alone in that place on fucking 4chan. Anyway, be me, loser anon. Play video games all day on the couch. Lazy, so I have a piss jug. I also have a dip spit jug next to it.
Ooh wee, we got a dip spitting 4chaner here. I bet you 15 cans of baked beans and a bear claw he knows every word to Billy Ray Cyrus.
Anyway, when I run out of dip and don't want to go out to do something gross and drink the dip spit and slosh it around in my mouth. Accidentally piss in the dip jug. Accidentally take a drink of piss infected dip jug. And by the way, for those of you that don't know what dip is, it's effectively chewing tobacco. Instantly throw up all over the floor. Dog jumps from the couch and starts licking it up. 30 minutes later, dog starts throwing up all over the house while I'm in the bathroom. There's literally stains everywhere on my bed, in every hallway, on every carpet. The smell is worse than shit, and no matter what I do, the stink won't get out. How do I get the stink out? Well, that's what you get for chewing tobacco, my friend. I mean, let's be completely honest here. It ain't exactly a very nice smell. I mean, I can't really speak. I've had an addiction to tobacco in the past, but the fact of the matter still stands, my friend. The fuck are you doing spitting out into a bottle? And the fuck are you doing pissing in a bottle, by the way, too? You're sitting on the couch. It's not like it's not like the toilet isn't like 20 feet away from you. Like, let's be honest here. You're not exactly a marathon runner just getting up to take a piss. let's be honest, you should just probably go take a piss where it's intended. Unless you're low-tier god where you believe that the toilet is not intended for taking pisses in, but that's another story entirely. I am a disgusting man whore. Break up with my GF 2 years ago. Sad for a full year, then slowly cope. Mass media and social media always cracking jokes about guys who don't get laid often are losers. General body count seems to be in the 20s or 30s. Movies that show that cool guys sleep around. The influence gets to me. I want to live a fun party life and let loose. Live my youth. Huge mistake! Slept with 13 different women in 8 months. Can't feel any emotions for women anymore. They're just walking vagina kiosks. Same flirty jokes and topics on repeat, just new faces. I miss the nervous feeling of my stomach before a date. I miss the feeling like I have a crush on someone. I want a woman. I love play. The fuck does that... What? Alright, listen, 4chan is right. You have some capability to tell some good stories, but you need to learn how to fucking spell. I miss feeling like I have a crush on someone. I want a woman. I love play wath my hair, not a nameless Tinder chick. Feel depressed and empty. Also feel like a dirty, dirty whore. Also feel disgusting just moving from vagina to vagina, never having a human connection. Hookups have ruined me emotionally. Yeah, man, let me tell you, it's not for everyone. Everyone gets involved in that lifestyle at one point in time or another. But yeah, it's not for everyone. I can respect that fact. The emotional connection is what a lot of people need to genuinely feel like they're actually getting something out of the experience. But it also in that same context, it does work for some people too. Some people are just looking for that quick, emotionless, non-connection kind of thing, and everyone deserves respect because there isn't any right or wrong way to do it. But yeah, I feel bad for this guy because a lot of people are led to believe incorrect things about how life, especially in your younger years, is supposed to be lived, and media definitely doesn't help with that misconception. Just don't take media too super seriously and live at your own pace, and you'll most likely avoid feeling the same way that this 4chan Logan Paul god feels. I don't know why I just called him a Logan Paul. What the fuck is wrong with my face? Sorry, you can't see this right now, but I'm looking in a mirror across from my room, and I look like fucking Chris Chan right now. Jesus Christ. And while I've never personally used a dating application or done any online dating. Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people that their experience of online dating effectively boils people down to, their most basic visual elements. And that isn't necessarily a bad thing. That is always going to be an aspect of relationships. But a lot of people use dating apps in the same way that someone would use like Uber Eats to find a meal they want to eat. Yeah, that guy was effectively making the point. I mean, he effectively said that Tinder turned into like vaginal Grubhub for him, which isn't exactly what you want to hear, I guess. Vaginal Grubhub, what the fuck? Girlfriend is prego. We like to get kinky anyways. One night things get particularly saucy. Now remember the word saucy because it'll come back. Just you wait. I'm sticking my noodle in her when I notice weird fucking chunks coming out. So I turn on the lights. What the fuck? It's red. Everywhere. And she's obviously not on her period. I look up at her. She's got a glazy, jarred look on her face. And she's not answering. Oh shit, oh shit, oh fuck. I rush her into the car and speed all the way to the hospital. She's still bleeding everywhere. By the time we get there, she's not bleeding much more. But all colour is drained and she looks colourless and almost transparent. Oh shit. She looks like she's in a vegetative state. Storm into the emergency room, carry her to the nearest doctor and explain everything. Well, yeah, Doc, I was given to the real fucking bones. I was taken to the bone zone, and things weren't exactly going too well. That's what's going down. Explain everything. He takes one look at her and says, "Sir, I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do." Why the fuck not? Well, we don't operate on empty jars of spaghetti sauce. My face when... Yeah, well, that definitely explains why she was, that definitely explains why she had a glassy, jarred look to her, and why she was in a vegetative state. Because her insides were veggies, you get it? Fuck, I love 4chan, that's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb, but it's so good too. Doc, she's gone completely motionless. She's in like a vegetative coma state. Can you save my wife, the mother of my child? Sir, unfortunately, I can't do anything for you. You're not at the right clinic. Your wife is a bottle of Dolmio linguine sauce. We can't do shit for you, my friend, unfortunately. But take it down to the Italian restaurant down the street, which also happens to be a pasta sauce jar clinic. You know, she'll give birth to ravioli. Oh God, now this one's a real piece of work. Get ready for this shit. So we've got a picture of a forlorn, kind of weird looking, I think, review bra image, which actually perfectly suits the vibe of this entire thing. So
Looking for a lolly Greentext about a guy going on a road trip and gets his 12-year-old sister to sit on his pants. Anyone got it?
and then Anonymous comes in clutch and he's like, "Be me, road trip with 12-year-old sister." And then the anonymous guy, the OP, was like, "Yeah, thanks, that's it." Alright, so motherfucker, where the fuck did all the extra details come from? The original is like 3 sentences long, so where the fuck did you get the, all the extra details that weren't even featured in the story? Are you literally writing a fucking fanfic about a 3-sentence long story of a dude who comes on a road trip with his fucking 12-year-old sister? Mate, 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 no. Right, now this one's actually quite wholesome. This one is quite wholesome. Alright, B, I have a story for you guys. Be me, walking home from work, see homeless guy asking for some change for food. I tell him I'll buy some food in the 7-Eleven. He seems super happy about it. We walk into the 7-Eleven and I start buying him some food. Asks him if he's thirsty. He says yes, so I take him to the cooler, but he says, do you mind if I get something else? I really was hoping he wouldn't ask for alcohol. I haven't had a chocolate milk in years, he said. I buy him these things. That face when I go home and start crying in my living room over what just happened. I'm not kidding. I cry because of what that man said about chocolate milk. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's pretty sad to think that homeless people are probably thinking that the things they truly love in life, the little things, they're never going to experience again because, they don't have the means to. We all love things in life. I don't care how sad of a motherfucker you are. We all love things in life, and there is going to come a time where we experience the things we love for the last time ever, whether it be because we pass away or because we just don't have the means to experience it again. So it is a nice experience, and hey, trust me, look, I've known some homeless people in my time. A lot of them will ask you for alcohol, so you're going to remember this situation for the end of time, all right? Like that's a nice little harmless situation that took place. And hey, at the very least, even if he did ask you for alcohol, at least he didn't bite or stab you. I mean, that's a possibility. All right, ladies and gents, this is going to be the last one of the... What am I kidding? Ladies? No, only the guys are watching. This is a no ladies, no cooties zone. We're all boys here. Now, I'm going to finish up the video with this one, and then we can move on to the nutsack circumference measuring contest. But I bet you I have bigger nuts than all of you, so don't even enter. Because if you don't enter, I win by default, which is what I want. But anyway, we're getting to Anonymous, who is going to be making the last statement of the video, and they say, admitting all the bad stuff I've done as a fembot, so another fembot do this, so I'm doing it now. Well, look, one of the worst things you've done as a fembot is that you can't fucking spell! Jesus Christ, mate! Learn to write sentences, learn to compose sentences in a way that makes my job easier. I'm already putting as little effort in as possible. I don't want to have to put effort into decrypting your native dialect that I don't speak. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Anyway, wear the same clothes for 2 weeks. Shower once every 2 weeks. Threw a lamp at a random person from my window. Is this like a live-action Netflix adaptation of Hitman with a female protagonist who's throwing household objects around the place like a fucking nutcase? Threw a bucket of water at a random person from my window. Well, that's why you're only getting a shower in once every 2 weeks, is because you're throwing away all the water. I'm assuming this lady's probably from like Serbia or Russia, because in places like that, it's pretty common to throw shit at people from windows. I've seen some videos of that online. Threw a bucket of water and soap at a random person from my window. So that's important. That's an important distinction, because she's only ever got soap in that bucket every 2 weeks, which is the only opportunity she has to throw it at people. Got Tinder and matched with a guy who let me cut him if I had sex with him after. After carving my name into his arm, I kicked him out with no sex. Right, so what you're saying is this is effectively the Far Cry 5 prequel story where you met Joseph Seed on Tinder, you didn't give him head after you cut shit into his body, and that's what led to him doing all that crazy shit in Far Cry. He was probably sitting there going,
God will not let you edge me. I told you that.
troll people on Discord who add me from Sook, bullied a girl who tried to get me swatted into shutting down social media, took my ex-friend's clothes for a week with permission, and did the James Cage White classic of emming with them. I think that's it. Well, I fucking hope so, my man. Or my fembot in this case, because that shit is insane. Because that's what it sounds like. How do you fucking masturbate with clothes, by the way? What the fuck would you... That's probably why they're your ex-friend now. They got them back and it stank like fucking clam chowder, and they're not wanting to associate. I mean, you only wash yourself 2 weeks, so you probably got a bit of an aura of stench around you. Gosh darn. But yeah, that was the story of the fembot who did some pretty questionable things, but most importantly, didn't give Joseph Seed head. That's canon now. Met fucking OP in his life, didn't get head, got shit carved into his body, which is why he's got all these cuts and shit on him, and then he went and did some pretty morally questionable things. That's canon now. That's my head canon, and like the Danganronpa community, what I say is head canon is actually canon now. So yeah, now that was the final story of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed, and I hope you take it easy.